Hi children, good morning. Welcome back to our political science second lesson. Role of government in public health facilities. Role of the government. What as a democratic government, what Indian government can do. What is the role? Let's check. Before that, we have to know what is health. That we were discussing in the last class, right? Yes, health means there's a definition. But I think that definition is not complete, not perfect. Definition is that, can you say? Yes, free from diseases and injuries. Diseases including mental and physical. And anyway, that condition, that state it can be defined, or that fitness of the body can be defined as what? Health. And today, let's go to the story that is one of the story that is given in your textbook. The story of a poor boy and story of a rich boy. The rich boy's name is Ranjit, maybe your age. And his classmate or his peer group or same age group, another boy is also depicted there, that is Aman. Aman belongs to a poor caste of society, poor family background, and Ranjit belongs to what? Yes, a high family background means a rich class. Okay, both of them is caught by a peculiar disease. And in the case of rich people, they will be going to what type of hospitals? Government hospitals or private hospitals? Yes, they may be going to for a simple disease itself. The rich class of people may connect or approach what? Private hospitals, high class or super specialty hospitals. And automatically Ranjit was going to a super specialty hospital, but and what type of treatment he was assured there. Getting into this hospital compound itself, he was welcomed warmly by the authorities, means by these receptionist and all, and he was booked, and getting inside the cabin of a doctor, he was treated very well. Means first of all, doctor was asking Ranjit, how are you, and what is the name of your school, like that. Many queries are there, friendly queries can be there from the part of the private hospitals, and the nurses and all was taking care of him very warmly, like that. And what about the condition of Aman at that time? And one more thing, this Ranjit, his father was asked to take many tests. I think most of them may be unnecessary tests, scanning and a lot of medical tests he was prescribing. In most of the cases it may be unnecessary. But having a pocket full man, then his father was ready to take any risk because he has a lot of money to spend. But this was not the case with Aman. Aman belongs to a very poor class of family. He with his father there was nothing. His pocket was empty, and naturally he will be going to which type of hospital, government or private? Yes, government hospitals he will approach. What is the condition there? There will be doctors, maybe high skilled doctors, but they will not be providing adequate medical facilities. They may be so friendly with the patients. They may be found always shouting and ill-treating or hurting their dignity, like that. This is not advisable in a country like us, in a country that is ruled in a democratic system. In a democratic system, actually all the persons should be treated equally. But this is happening in India. Those who are having money, they will approach government hospitals and getting well treatment. But what about the poor people? They are approaching the government hospital, standing in queue for a long time, and always ill-treated, and even the diagnosis and treatment is even not adequately in the case of poor people. And one more thing, this Aman was paying, I believe it was only 150 rupees. But in the case of this Ranjit, he was paying a high amount, a huge amount for his treatment. Okay, that is the case in India that is happening. Anyway, there is a great role, a major role that government can play in this regard. Government means a democratic government. What is the aim of a democratic government? Yes, definitely, its aim will be the welfare of the people, the well-being of the people, right? So let's check today what are the roles or what can be done by a government, by a democratic government, especially in the case of a country like India. Let's go through these points. First of all, adequate PHC. Have you heard of this? PHC means public health centers. In Kodiyattur there is one public health center you might have heard. In Mukkamani sir, in my area Mavu there is Cherupa, yes there is a public health center. Like that many primary or public primary health centers are there. And going there only they will be referring us if they could not cure the disease they will refer to medical colleges. We can't go directly to medical college nowadays. Why you know? Yes, we have to consult the PHC first and from there they should refer to medical colleges. Anyway, for the people or the people in the special consideration to the equality, all the people deceased ones, they can approach what primary health centers in local basis. So it is the duty of the government, of a democratic government, to provide what? Adequate. What's the word meaning of adequate? Adequate means enough or sufficient. Sufficient quantity or number of hospitals. What type of hospitals? Primary health centers. Tell me. Primary health centers or PHC. That's the first role or first step that can be taken by a democratic government. Right? Next point. That is prevent the communicable diseases. You might have heard of a lot of communicable diseases. Now itself we are under the clutch of a communicable disease. That's not only communicable, it's a pandemic. What's the meaning of pandemic? Pandemic means a communicable disease that is affected the worldwide, the entire world. What's the name of that disease? Yes, that coronavirus is clutching us hardly. There is no relaxation for even a single country in the world. So the government can take preventive measures to check or to prevent what communicable diseases. Which are they? Yes, there are many types of communicable diseases. Some are genetic. That means by birth, and some are communicated through air, water or human relation or connection like that. Okay. Anyway, all type of communicable diseases government is taking. Yes, we can surely say that government is taking or government is entitled to take many measures, preventive measures for checking or preventing communicable diseases. For example, 2 years back there was Nipah, right? Yes, and malaria, many type of communicable diseases are the jaundice like that. Government is taking active measures. You know the Kudumbashree members, they are visiting us often for checking and for updating the information about any type of disease possibilities or any type of diseases are seen. They will take adequate measures step by step or gradually. And the next point, the next role that government can play in this regard is quick responses to emergencies. What is emergency? Yes, sometimes a peculiar disease is communicating so fastly, at that time government should have to interfere and at that time quick measures will be taken by the government. You can see that Kudumbashree members are visiting our houses and they are supplying that chlorine like that, no? Yes, chlorine powder like that. Anyway, many measures are being taken. They will be visiting our surrounding of the houses, and in case, especially in rainy season, if anything wrong is seen, that means in the plastic or many items, if it is filled water is seen, that means stagnant water is seen, there will be a possibility of breeding that mosquito like that, no? Yes, many type of mosquito borne diseases are there. They will be taking adequate measures through public primary health center workers. You might have heard of this ASHA workers in your area. Yes, you can ask. If you don't know, you can ask your parents. They will tell you. That way ASHA workers, then primary health centers, nurses, and through Kudumbashree members, that means CDS like that, they will be doing a lot of services in this regard. It's the duty they are doing. Next point, next role is strengthen human resource. What is meant by human resource? Human resource is manpower, labor. Yes, we are mighty people. We can do many things. We can utilize our health and to empower, to boost our power to make use of the human labor, that many steps are being taken by the government. And another one, ensure sanitation. What are the facilities that can be arranged and that are arranged by the government in this regard is providing or ensure means make sure what sanitation facilities, cleanliness, ensure cleanliness and tidiness. Okay, tidy. Make the surroundings tidy. Another one is safe drinking water. We know that in the case of that Kanda Devi, in the last chapter we were discussing about a domestic worker. What is domestic worker? Yes, going the nearby houses for cleaning work, washing work like that, cheap rate, sweeping like that. No, okay. All these they may not be getting safe drinking water, pure drinking water. It's the duty of a democratic government to ensure what? Clean drinking water to the people, to the public, to the citizens. Next one, it is education, as providing adequate education facilities. That means to get aware of the people. Means for the people there is the right to get aware about what are the possible communicable diseases, what are the steps we can take, whom can we approach in this regard. Like that, if the people are aware enough, we can check it to a greater extent. Here also the role is the land role will be coming from the part of a democratic government. Another one is nutrition food. Yes, many illnesses are being seen in our country, in the society due to malnutrition. Means people are getting not nutritious food, including children or old people or diseased ones. Yes, they should. It's a duty of the government to ensure what, to make sure nutritious food to its public. And another one is early childhood development programs. You know that in olden days many children, many infants were found to be dying at the time of delivery, at the time of this birth. So it is minimized nowadays by the interference of what? Government, especially democratic government. Another one is in the case of this prenatal ages itself, nowadays the care is taken. Yes, in the prenatal ages itself, children or the ladies are given what? Nutritious food, and it's continuing for about 2 years like that. Okay, yes, all these programs are passed or are provided by the government, a democratic government to our country. Let's summarize this point once again. Which are the role? What are the responsibilities of a government? Democratic government to ensure public health programs. First one, listen very carefully. Number one, adequate primary health centers. Next one, prevent communicable diseases. Another one, quick response to the emergencies. Another one, strengthen human resources, manpower to take necessary steps. Another one, ensure these facilities like sanitation, safe drinking water facilities, then education, then nutrition, and another one early child development programs, etc., etc. And what are the achievements in India? By following all these necessary steps by the central government, by the state government, and by the local government, what is the result? How much we have found to be progressed? What are the achievements? What we could attain? How much we could find the result? Let's check. Achievements means by continuous effort, many hurdles were there. That is why I was circling this word. Hurdles means what hindrances? Yes, obstacles or hindrances. By passing through many hindrances or hurdles, we could achieve many positive results in this regard by following these measures taken by the government. Let's check. Ready? Okay. Number one, that is we could minimize major public health issues. We could minimize, and now also it's seen major public health problems are seen, issues are seen, but due to the continuous effort and the continuous overcoming of these hurdles, India could barely say that we could minimize major public health issues like that. You might have heard of this leprosy like that. No, nowadays it's not seen. Okay, next one, communicable diseases. In the case of communicable diseases, we could minimize it the rate. Another one is genetic diseases. Are there many genetic diseases you might have heard of in your science book? Hemophilia. Yes, that means trouble in the with regard to clotting of blood. Yes, another one, anemia. Genetic anemia is also there. Genetic anemia means the lack or deficiency in the case of hemoglobin. You might have heard of. Yes. Yes, all these diseases we could minimize. Another achievement is social development coupled with advancement in science and technology. With moving with the advancement or development in science and technology, we could minimize or we could go forward a great step or a forward step in this minimizing all these issues and controlling all these diseases. And these are the achievements and these are the roles of the government. By this, today we could conclude our part today. In case of doubts, I will be clearing to you. So, peace out. Thank you.